I'm Mike Dudney, Director of Cloud and IT at Uptime Legal, and I'm going to be answering questions about law firm IT. I think insurance companies are reactive until the actuaries have enough volume of information to analyze to understand the risk and the financial consequences. It's going to take a while for that to filter through to the questionnaires that firms are provided with in order to have their insurability or premiums assessed. So I'm not aware that any insurance companies have yet included the use of AI in their analysis of a firm's policy renewal or eligibility for cyber insurance. I think the cyber insurance questionnaires and coverage requirements include lots of questions about the technology specifically. They also include questions that what technology is deployed and how it's deployed and what policies are in place, what technical policies or user policies are in place that govern how the computer systems are used. So those questionnaires are not necessarily law firm specific. They're for businesses generally. What's really unique about the law firm is the value of the data that's being protected. So it's often a question that only the law firm can answer. They may ask, how many records do you store on your system, and what's the value of that information? Man, what an impossible thing for a law firm to stick a value on. What's the value for a personal injury practice who has personal health information for 10,000 individuals on their servers? If that were to be disclosed, what is the cost of fixing that? What about a firm who's responsible for taking a company public? What happens if that deal is discovered and people are using it for insider trading before the deal happens? There's massive risk and massive value on the data that firms store on their systems. And it's difficult for insurance companies to assess that. And it's difficult for firms to appreciate what level of commitment they should be making to protect that data. The insurance companies are working it out, and the cost of premiums are increasing rapidly. That should happen on day one. A firm that opens its doors without cyber insurance in place and without a sophisticated managed IT services provider taking care of their security and systems is just taking a huge risk. Of course, there's risk in starting a practice from scratch, but that's a managed risk. That's a thing that you can secure and start off on the right foot. It's much more difficult to recover after the fact, after a breach has occurred. And again, just because you're small and obscure doesn't mean that the bad guys aren't going to find you. They're not looking for you individually. They don't just say, hey, that looks like a good target, I'm going to go and attack that guy. It's all automated. You're just as likely to be discovered as a solo practitioner as the lawyer who works for 1,000 attorney practice. So start off secure on day one, get your cyber insurance policy in place on day one, and take that worry off your plate. Worry about getting your clients and growing your practice, and don't worry about the IT. Outsource it. So that's all the questions we have for today. For more insights on law firm IT and cloud technology, make sure to subscribe and visit uptimelegal.com to learn more about our service.